Time for the trial of episode/case 3 on Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Here we go. May 11th, 9/4. 2 days later, huh? We've been through a lot here, but there's a lot more to come, apparently. I wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday, but if I can figure out Lady Kira's motive for threatening the High Priest, then maybe... Nick, today well, don't look so down, Maya. I'm going to defend you with everything I got. It might not be enough, but I'm going to do it. You would do well to cease this insanity while you still can. Oh. Sorry, I thought you were a man. As I said yesterday, I'm going to defend my client in court. Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you too will be found guilty of abetting the accused. I never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found. Damn, dude! The truth, you say? Then it seems you have chosen your fate. Yes, I have. This shall be Jingle Bells, your very last trial. Yep, it's my last trial. Nice knowing you guys. Nick. I'm gonna prove you innocent, Maya. You'll see. After all, you have to introduce the plumed Punisher warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm to the folks back home, right? Oh, that's right! Yeah! We are gonna win, aren't we? I may be a defendant this time. But god damn it! I'm gonna show that person off. Whoever he is, I forgot his name. The plumber. Every single bathroom in the entire country will hear of him. This place is tough on lawyers. I need all the help I can get. Plus, it's always good to have you on the team. Yeah, but I'm the defendant. I can't stand up there with you and give you advice. You're gonna have to take it from somebody else. Well, it's time. Let's go. Alright then. No holds barred, baby. We're just going right in here. Nothing like a good trial, let me tell you. Whew. Open the doors, get on the floor. Here comes the judge to call the shots. Let the trial of Maya Fey begin for the 4th time. Or is it 3rd time? I don't know. 4th. I think it's 4th. I don't know. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. I'm back. Did you miss me? Huh? These prosecutors just love to stand there and say nothing to open a case, don't they? And also Phoenix has never met this guy, so let's keep that in mind. Quiet! Can't you see Prosecutor Sadmati is absorbed in silent prayer? How stupid are you? Great. Trial's barely started and the judge is already mad at me. Wow, they're actually going to let her stand up there with me? Okay. He's very devout for a prosecutor. I mean, I guess in some sense it is me and her against them, so, like, we both die if we lose, so we should get to fight together. Why is the accused standing over there? Oh, well... Your Majesty. Well, I'm glad I knew how to say that. In addition to being the accused, she is also my assistant. The accused is your assistant, you say? Very well, then. The criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer with a defiled soul. Dude, you saw what I did last time. Don't even give me that bull crap right now. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, well, bad-mouthing lawyer seems to be a custom of sorts here in Karine. Well, sir, I'm surprised to see you still here in Karine, Mr. Wright. And even more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. You have some kind of fetish for this thing. I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk your life in yet another trial. The answer is simple, Your Majesty, because you folks are wrong about something and I'm here to fix it. Also, I'm a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. I can't do it back home, the rent is too expensive. Although, to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Well, is he done? Such foolishness. Well, there you are! I was starting to wonder if you were even here with us at all. Are you ready to begin now? Yes, Your Majesty, the prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Goodbye, my butterfly. See me again soon sometime. But first I promise you both this, and only this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell. Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation. You want to, like, pull out a video camera and film this happening, you know, so you can have it for your collection? Splendid! I would expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Submati. All this political breastfeeding. Please save the victim's soul, Prosecutor Submati! Punish the wicked lawyer who dares to stop these last rides! Where's that singing guy? Oh, it was better when we had music behind us. I think I'll pass on that whole fire and brimstone deal. And you know how I'm going to do it? With a glass of water. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance, considering what Apollo's told me about you. Yeah, he warned me about you. So it was you who instilled that putrid lawyerly guile within him. That putrid putridness. Putrid what? Putrid, I said. He too must soon face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption. But I shall send you on ahead, so that he will not be lonely when he arrives. Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up. Nervous, Maya? A little. Well, we're both nervous. Yeah, we can admit it. Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court. Too bad I'm the defendant. Again! Don't worry. We ain't lost a case together yet. It's not gonna happen now. You're right. Let's get this everything we got, Nick. Everything we got. Now then, Prosecutor Submati, would you please explain the case at hand? Of course, Your Majesty. Here we go. Let us begin the last rites of the victim. Boy, this thing is really long today. My Faye has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was Sigma, also known as Trust in Me. Also known as Abbott in Me, apparently, but we haven't figured that part out yet. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain. And the cause of death? Let's review the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photo, shall we? Let's meet back tomorrow, too. The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the abdomen, as you can clearly see here. The murder weapon was likely the Warbod dagger, which was used in the rite. However, the weapon has yet to be found, though the scene was thoroughly searched. Well, ain't that about a bitch? The sacred relic used as a tool of murder, the Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe. Yes, it will. I can't wait to see it. The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. Why am I laughing? The accused had donned Lady Kira's sacred robes. Oh, I'm just trying to get comfortable here. And the victim was there to offer prayers as a high priest of Karinism. He wasn't doing anything wrong. I mean, he really wasn't, but... During the rite, the victim and accused were the only two at the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim is Maya Fey. Nobody else. I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused. Indeed. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case. Okay, don't we already have something like that? Are they different? In Karinism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful. Well, it is in America too, actually, but... Okay, maybe we didn't have this one already. Maybe the other one was a map of the temple or something. I don't know. Anyway. On with the show. As such, my Fae soul shall be plunged into the lowest level of hell. Plunged, I say, to the hell of tickling. Tickling? What? There she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years. Where? On her feet? In her armpits? That is a terrible fate indeed. Would the defense care to respond? Here I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain. I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like it. You want to search me? As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution. Shit. She has no memory of the event. You know what else causes people to not have memories of certain things? But more importantly, she had no motive to kill the High Priest in the first place.
Objection.
What? Yo. I thought you might say that. Nevertheless. Wait. Sorry, I had my mic in the wrong spot. So I might be a little louder now suddenly. The meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the Hall of Justice. For all will be made clear by her benevolence, Rayfa Insights. Let's get to it then. So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see. Here we go again. Bailiff, please show him the royal priestess. Well, here we go. Show us, Rayfa. Show us what we're missing here. You're the only one who can save us now. It's Princess Rayfa! Oh, how beautiful her benevolence looks again today. Glory to the Holy Mother for this blessed day! Popular as ever, I see.
Rest assured, good people of Karine, I will defeat this murderer and her abettor. And then everything will be better. Get it? They shall not escape on their freedom express today.
Express? I didn't mean to say that. What a joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Diarrhea Karine. This is actually cool, I can't lie. When they chant like that, it's just something about that. It's kind of interesting. She sure looks pleased with herself. Especially for someone who didn't know what a Freedom Express was until yesterday.
Is there something stuck to my face, Barbed Head?
Yeah, your pride. Nope, nothing, your benevolence. Nothing at all. Now then, your benevolence, please do your thing.
Okay, here I go. Very well. Nana, my robe.
Oh boy. I really can't wait to see this. Like, oh, jeez. Like, this is a really fascinating thing. I kind of wish...
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I kind of wish we got to do this in all the cases, to be honest, because this is really cool. Excuse me. No, I'm not skipping this. What are you talking about? This song, too. This song is so badass, especially when it really ramps up in the middle. Oof. Chills, man. It's funny, because as she was doing the dance, I was kind of thinking of, like, in this universe, something like this is possible, so... Oh. Boy, it's weird, like, seeing this, one of these for the first time that I've never seen before. I already see something wrong. Wait, let me check my directions here first. How do we do this again? Wind. What? footsteps. Pain! Oh, not the pain again. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, man. The victim's Mitama has spoken. Yeah, there's like so many... I wonder if we're ever going to see a case where somebody dies not in a painful way. Like maybe by drugs, maybe what if they hallucinate or something. The divination seance is complete. Great. Another clearly incriminating seance vision. Could not be any clearer, O foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira and then attacked the victim. Looks pretty cut and dry to me. Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light, the scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One can almost sense the horror Abbot in me must have felt. The facts as presented by her benevolence are indisputable. But that wasn't me! Do something, Nick! I'm working on it. Here we go. It couldn't have been any clearer. Looks like I'm in for another uphill battle.
The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite.
Come to think of it, the Wright's guide explains the multi-part purification rite in detail. Yeah, it does. So, okay, well, I'll go ahead and say what I noticed in the thing. The lantern was lit, but wasn't it broken? It depends on when the lantern actually broke, though. But I'm not sure if they mentioned when it was that it broke. We just went there and it was broke when we got there. So, the transformation rite. The high priest reads the scripture, while the priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. The rite of water. Lady Kira enters the spring, and the high priest purifies her along with her dagger. The rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul.
Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Well, Barbed Head, would you care to object?
Of course! Because I know my client is innocent! No, that's not gonna work on these people.
So you say you truly do not know when you were beaten to you.
I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again. You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insights yet again? How dare you, mister? It would seem lawyers are Pokemon creatures indeed. Yeah, I'm Pokemon. You want to throw a Pokeball at me. What exactly is a Pokemon?
Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak.
Oh, they can call me anything they want. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth. You tell them, Phoenix.
So, Barbed Head, are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth?
Maybe I am. What's it to you?
Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave.
Your insights are the truth. Nobody's debating that. But it's like I said before. It's the interpretation of the insight is where we go our separate ways here.
The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra.
Alright then.
As the first part, the transformation rite ended, however, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused's approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed.
He wasn't having his appendix taken out, I can tell you that.
As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world.
Alright then.
That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments.
Inner sanctum diagram updated in the court record.
Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head-on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer. Yes, it is plain for all to see.
It wasn't me! Wasn't me. Sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rite. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. Huh.
You waste our time with such meaningless statements, accused. You cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine insight.
Oh, how'd you end up finding contradictions last time? Well, it was pretty simple, actually. The deceased's final memories include all 5 senses.
Oh, you mean these words that appeared in the pool of souls? Looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim.
Oh, and pain was the biggest one. Ugh! Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. That all happened kind of fast at the end there, though. The sensations themselves are never wrong. Only their interpretations. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rayfa's insights the last time. So there could be contradictions between what Abbott and me felt and her insights, huh? You got it. And I'm gonna find them this time, too. Should I check how to point out contradictions in Rayfa's insights? I think I'll be okay. Nah, I remember how it works. Yep, still though. Sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial. In which case, I'd better keep an eye on changes in their intensity, too. Oh. Changes in their intensity, huh? I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the incense gets closer before she starts running towards him. Like, the incense gets more intense. I don't know if that's the first thing we need to look at, though. That's just the first thing I've noticed. Right there. I think I'm gonna try it.
Objection!
The music didn't stop. Uh-oh. Your benevolence, isn't this statement oh no. Inconsistent? I think not. How dare you, man? How dare you try to... Exactly, that's where the inconsistency lies. You're on crack, son. You must really want to die today. I wonder if there's an ending for this, like a bad ending, where you get to see them get hung or whatever, or put in the electric chair. Gee, I hope not. I don't want to see it if there is one. Yeah, okay. Because I know what I wanted to say, but I don't really know how to present it. What is it, Maya? I'm still trying to figure this whole insight thing out. When the words change size, that means the intensity of those sensations is changing too, right? That's what it looks like. So that's probably something we should keep an eye on, too. In short, we should be on the lookout for changes that shouldn't take place, but they do anyway. And changes that don't occur when they should. Yeah. Here's something else. Is it possible that maybe the problem is that the footsteps aren't getting louder? Because the incense gets bigger, but the footsteps don't. Is that maybe... It's approaching footsteps. But they don't get bigger. The incense does. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, I only picked incense because it seemed like it was getting bigger before she approached, but again, that's probably just me being stupid. Try this one. Yeah, we got this now. Oh, yeah, we got it. The victim supposedly heard the accused approaching footsteps, keyword approaching. But did he really?
What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear?
Well, yeah. No, it's not. Is there something strange about those footsteps?
Explain yourself, bobbed head.
Be glad to. Barbed soul. They don't get louder! Yep. The sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger. Wow, that was easy. That actually really was easy. Why, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, your benevolence?
Oh, well, there must be a reason.
Maybe there ain't no reason. Oh, yeah. They're all gonna laugh at you! Oh.
It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn.
What? He's not exactly singing your praises. That's for sure. Alright then.
Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your benevolence, perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's mitama.
Listen more carefully? What's he talking about? Ooh. Are we gonna get updated mitama reports?
Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation.
Refine the sensation. Yeah, like Grammarly, you know.
I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with a mitama.
Didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before? Yeah.
By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered.
Oh, well. Does that mean you gotta do the dance all over again? Maybe you should do it 2 times in a row. Maybe that would help.
Oh, blessed mitama, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call, damn it! Tell me everything! Don't leave out little bits and pieces this time, please!
Bells? What? But that was Abbott that was wearing the bells. Yeah, there you go. But they were on his feet. You mean those big things he had on his ankles? Yeah.
Well, there you have it. The sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps.
Was he like running in place? Maybe he was trying to back away, I guess.
And that means,
if the footsteps belonged to the victim himself, it means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. Oh, I see. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. Far cry from what her benevolence's insight would have us believe. Yes! I'm clapping. I officially have the clap. But why would the victim have approached the accused? Why am I singing? Maybe he was trying to defend himself. Well, maybe he saw... Okay, let's say that he really was a rebel. If he saw a chance to attack her, he'd probably take it. Please explain. We're not going to jump straight to that, though, are we? He could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked. But if he was really this religious guy, he wouldn't feel threatened by her. He would be honored to see her, right? Like, oh hey, it's the hero. He's come back. It would be like if I was sitting in my kitchen eating some fried chicken and macaroni and cheese, and I saw Spider-Man standing across the room. What would I do? Go attack him? Like, I don't think so.
Still your voices, this is nothing but a theory and a poor one at that! I'm the master here! Don't make fun of me! Stop it!
While his insolence is inexcusable,
I would ask that you calm yourself, your benevolence. Calm your tits, which you don't have any yet, but pretty soon. Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Samadi? And don't talk about my tits, please! Even if it was Abbott in me who moved, it does not negate the accused's crime. All she had to do was hold the dagger out, and he'd just run into it. And it would just sink right into his appendix. The accused was likely waiting for the high priest to approach. Ah! You're better at this than I am. Why don't you get over here and do this? And as he neared, she plunged the dagger into him, like a hot knife through butter. It's as simple as that.
Oh, right.
Really doesn't change much, does it?
Does it, though?
Just as the prosecutor has said. In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well.
Yeah, right. And that's why you were so shocked when you first heard it.
Understand now, lawyer, that contradiction you conjured up has come to naught. I mean, I was wrong, but still, it's good that you didn't get anywhere. And that's all I really care about here. Once I hone my insights, it will vanish like the dying rays of the sun.
Oh, okay. Insight revised again! Boy, this is like the ultimate updated autopsy report, just over and over again. Edgeworth would just... He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. But the lantern wasn't broken. Ha ha ha. Okay. And the other thing is, if he was murdered over there, then, like, why was the water red, you know? Why was the body marks on the ground over by the water? How did they make marks on the water anyway? I don't know.
See, the fact that it was Abbott in me who moved changes nothing.
Oh, it changes a lot of things, trust me. The contradiction I pointed out must mean something. One sensation changed after Princess Rayfa refined her vision. It stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of the refinement. I should focus on any sensations that have changed, while searching for more contradictions between them and her insights. Very well, let's do it! Why can't I stop clapping? Lamp. Lamp. But they say to focus on what's changed, so let's look for that first, before we start jumping onto the lamp thing. For all we know, the lamp probably broke because of the crime. Besides, the wind blew the fire. Incense, bells, water, pain. Water. I'm kind of starting to think that maybe these two were in opposite places. So if he felt water at the end, then he was probably running towards the fountain, not away from it. And that's why the lamp is still lit. He runs up towards her, he feels water, and then... well, the water seems to show up pretty soon. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd almost say that he saw the mask on top of, like, on the statue. Because wasn't there blood on the statue, too? Like, how did that get there? So maybe he, like, impaled himself on the statue or something, but... and then that's why there's no murder weapon. But then the case would be over right then and there, wouldn't it? Okay, I feel like this has to be the one here. But the question is... wait, let me see something here. Will it let me... will it let me point out the lantern? Because you can kind of just point out anything with sight. But it was telling me to look for stuff that hadn't been there before, and the water is the thing that hadn't been there before. So I feel like I should be pointing that out. But I don't really know if the water contradicts anything that she's saying. That's the other problem. But this definitely seems to... so she actually says broken lantern, as though it were already broken. And I feel like that's important.
Objection!
Ooh, no, I must have jumped the gun here. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it is, but not yet, because we haven't figured out something else first, so... And the other reason I'm saying that, because if I'm right and he was running the other way, then it would make sense for that lantern to be lit. But we still think he was running the other way, So that's why I say the lantern should have been not lit. But if we bring up the water, then that will establish he was running the other way, and the lantern becomes irrelevant. At least in this part of it, anyway. Or something. Well, she says by the broken lantern. The water was not by the broken lantern. So maybe that's what we're saying here. Well, that's a sound. I thought that was like his sense of touch. Either way it works.
Objection!
Oh, okie dokie. Hold it! How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it was supposed to be?
Oh, that's easy, because we can trust them. They always do it the same way. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbott and me would have adhered to them.
Well, that's strange. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain what is so strange? Well, didn't you see it? Yeah! Wouldn't you wonder? Yes, I would ask you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. First balls, and then water. Oh. The sound of bells changes to the sound of water at one point. How do you not see this, my people?
What's this? Water? I don't drink water. I drink high C.
It's simple, the victim must have stepped in some water.
Oh.
But it was too cold for it to rain, so what do you presume? Yes, and the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. And therein lies the rub. The contradiction, as it were.
What contradiction?
I believe the rite started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But he ran towards her, he didn't turn and run the other way. But we now know that the victim then moved into the spring. Pukunka, that is absurd! This means the accused's location differs from the ringmaster's head, as well as what her benevolence's insight indicates. Man, you guys are getting falling apart here. 20 years, I'm telling you, 20 years! Then what, 23 actually? Then where do you propose the accused stood once she donned Lady Kiro's robes? Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya was standing here. Maya? It wasn't Maya, dude! She must have been standing in the spring. But how big is the spring? She would have been closer than... Well, I believe it wants me to say spring, so let's just do that. Until this moment, we've all just assumed that Abbott and me and Miss Faye were standing where they were supposed to be. As shown in this rite's guide. In short, hello! The victim should have been standing with his back to the spring, and the accused in front. However, if that is how they were really standing, he couldn't have stepped into the spring as he approached her. That's ridiculous! The problem is the victim did step into the spring. Thank you, Rayfa! You proved it! This can only mean that Miss Faye had actually been standing in the water. Oh yeah. But if this is true, then their positions would have been completely reversed. No shit. What is going on here, Miss Faye? Were you really standing in the spring? My feet were cold, and the water was so warm and refreshing. I barely remember anything about the rite. That's not good. The High Priest will never make such an obvious blunder during the rite! What on earth? Is that even possible? That's enough! You tell these assholes.
Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights! Or my outsights.
It doesn't.
Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what? It's not spring, it's winter!
So what? This completely reverses their positions is what?
That their positions differed from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change? Certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime, now does it?
The blood in the water doesn't help here either. Guess you have a point there. We could have used the blood in the water previously to disprove, like, the first thing, but, then who's to say never mind.
You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster.
Ugh! Sounds like Princess Rayfa has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about. Oh, Maya, where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? Frank and beans! Alright, what? What's happening here? Don't forget that what, Tim? Is this contradiction really meaningless? Something really doesn't feel right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Albuquerque, perhaps?